All right. So, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the orientation to the Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary. I am Lieutenant Aaron Roquillo of the 117th Squadron. So, I'll be conducting this orientation. Okay. So, before we begin, ito muna, no? Okay, wala pa yung ano. So, ito, mamaya pa darating yung squadron director namin. Ito muna. Let's start first with an introduction. Okay, so sundan lang itong format na to. So, I will start. So, once again, I am Lieutenant Aaron Roquillo of the Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary. By profession, I'm an editor for the Manila Times. So, I joined the PCGA back in 2016. So, nag-start ako. Ang starting rank ko was ensign, and now I'm at the rank of lieutenant, although I'm now considered for promotion. So, I joined the Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary to serve. So, eto talaga, once you join, you'll get to experience a lot of things, no? So, isa dito, yan, serving the public, and it's a very gratifying feeling. Okay, so ngayon kayo naman. Kindly introduce yourself. So, we will start with Miss Janet Laban. Please introduce yourself. Paki-unmute lang po. Okay, Miss Laban, please unmute and introduce yourself. Unmute po. Okay.
Hi, hello, good morning. I'm Janet Laban. I'm a OFW from Abu Dhabi. Kaya lang nag-lockdown last year. I went home because my mother died. So I'm the eldest family. Kaya andito po ako sa Olonga po ngayon. Yung nag-recruits po, si
Lieutenant Colonel.
Lieutenant Colonel Ike Vega.
Lieutenant Commander Vega. Lieutenant Commander po.
Lieutenant Commander.
Commander.
Wag niyo muna ako i-promote at darating tayo dyan. Ano yun? Parang major yun. One rank lower from commander. Commander is a lieutenant colonel. Lieutenant commander is major naman. Pero darating tayo dyan. Kami ni Lieutenant Front. Thank you.
Okay. Continue po.
Ayun po, reason for wanting to join the PCGA because I heard ko yung mga rescuer because my sister here is a rescuer also before. Kaya yun, we want to join and to help also others if whatever we can to help in some community.
Okay.
It's a disaster.
Tapos I heard nga about the Coast Guard protecting our, community katulad nun sa China and Philippine coast, ganun.
Okay.
Just another experience, I think.
Okay. Okay. Yung kasama mo, si Miss Jeneline. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, sir. Good morning. My name is Gandeline Leonen, and I'm also 143 volunteers that Red Cross. Recruit by Lieutenant Commander
Lieutenant by Lieutenant Ate Pega. I Pega. Then he's wanting to know how to protect our country to community. To community.
Okay. Yun na pa? Yun na pa? Okay. Next, Mark Anthony Jose. Please unmute.
Hi, my name is Mark Anthony Jose. Occupation, I've been working in a BPO or call center for 10 years. Who recruited me, yung cousin ko, si Pauline Laban. Reason for joining, I just want to help give back this is the time kasi due to pandemic, this is the time to help one another and also to learn different things that I can learn for PCGA.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Ivan Taharan, please introduce yourself.
Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Ivan Anthony Taharan. My occupation is sales representative. Who recruit me is Miss Pauline Laban. And my reason for joining to PCGA is just to more knowledge and how to commute our facing in the Philippines right now.
Okay. Yung tapos na, paki-unmute lang para
Thank you.
Paring natin yung next. Okay. Miss Alisa, please introduce yourself.
I'm Alisa Berlin and ang nag-recruit po sa akin si Miss Pauline. Former laboratory aide sa Bataan. Reason po kung bakit gusto kong sumama. Gusto kong ma-experience yung mga pag-rescue sa mga nangangailangan.
Okay. All right. Okay. Next, Paolo Abayari. Okay, please unmute.
Hello, good morning. I'm Paolo Abayari. I'm currently a student dito sa Olongapo City, Columban. Next, I'm also working sa youth sector ng isang party list and non-governmental organizations sa Philippines. Who recruited me? I'm recruited by Lieutenant Commander, if I'm right, correct me if I'm wrong, Lieutenant Commander Ike Vega through Ate Pauline Laban. And reason for wanting to join the Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary is because to have a network with the Philippine Coast Guard, especially in terms of humanitarian purposes.
Okay. Thank you. Anong year mo na sa college?
Second year college po.
Second year college. Okay. All right. Okay. Next, Miss Aleta, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Aleta Echevarria. House mom ako ngayon dahil lockdown. At recruit ako ni Lieutenant Commander Vega. At the same time, active pa rin ako sa school as a PTA officers. At gusto ko lang matry ang PCGA.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's right. Okay. Then, John Castillo, please introduce yourself. Unmute, please.
Hi, good morning. A pleasant good morning to everyone. I am John Carl Castillo, freelance architect by profession. The reason why I was recruited by Commander Tony Pilones and Jason Angara. And the reason why I am joining PCGA is I just want to help and serve the countrymen.
Taga saan ka, by the way?
I'm from Laguna.
Saan Laguna? Okay. San Pedro.
Opo.
Okay. Kasi San Pedro din ako eh.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Miss Maria Francesca, please introduce yourself.
Hi, good morning po. I'm Maria Francesca C. Estrada. My occupation po is I graduate as a caregiver and I'm a sales representative in a company like a call center. Nag-recruit po sa akin is si Miss Pauline Laban. And reason for wanting to join, I have trained medical mission in BFA in SM Downtown. Tapos dagdag lang po na experience also and gusto ko rin din po makatulong sa ibang mga tao na makapag-rescue.
Okay.
Thank you po.
Okay. Next, Miss Maricel Bernardino. Hello? Nandiyan po kayo? Yun. Please introduce yourself. Unmute, please. Hello? Miss Maricel, paki-unmute po. Hello? Please unmute. Okay, mukhang may technical difficulties. Ayun. Hello? Please introduce yourself.
Hello po. Narinig niyo na po?
Okay, yun. Ano lang, introduce yourself, please.
Morning, everyone. Bernardino. Education officer in Red Cross. Also, a part in United Catholic under. I'm joining PCGA to help others them to have and to gain more knowledge about the PCGA.
Okay. Okay, paki-mute po muna ho, ha. Saka pa. Yeah. Okay, next one, Miss Alisa, please introduce yourself. Okay, Miss Alisa Encio, please introduce yourself. Paki-mute lang po.
Tapos unmute na po.
Okay, kayo naman po.
Tapos na po.
Okay, sorry. Okay, that's Miss Pauline Laban. Please introduce yourself.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Pauline Laban, a former Red Cross volunteer, one of the ambulance crew, and disaster management trainer and instructor. Sumali ako ng PCGA para ma-continue ko yung pagtulong sa mga tao and then sa community, and then ready rin akong ma-deploy kung saang lugar nangangailangan ng tulong. And recruit ako ni Lieutenant Commander Ike Vega.
Okay.
Lahat po kami. Si Sir Lieutenant Commander Ike Vega po.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you everyone again.
Okay, paki-mute lang please para walang feedback. Okay.
Okay na, sir?
Yes, okay. Yes, okay. Okay, sige. Paki-mute po muna, ha. Sandali lang po, ha.
Gaano karami sa inyo dito ang may training sa Red Cross? Madam Pauline, mga gaano karami?
Ilan kami, sir? Yung Red yung dalawang habol plus yung dalawang bali, 4 pa lang po.
So certified kayo mga Red Cross volunteers?
Yes, sir. May mga license naman, sir.
Lieutenant Ron, and also the participants, for your information, I had the chance to sit down with our former mayor and now senator and currently also vice admiral. Vice admiral is a 3-star rank sa Navy or sa Coast Guard. Ang ating mahal na PRC chairman Richard Dick Gordon. Nung namatay, nung binuburo yung kapatid niya, si former congressman. At isa lang ang sinabi sa akin ni Vice Admiral Dick Gordon, magparami ka ng PCGA members and volunteers. Kaya ako nagre-recruit mostly from Philippine Red Cross kasi meron tayong isang part dyan na di-discuss later ni Lieutenant Ron Ronquillo, yung maritime Maritime Search and Rescue, na alam ko naman meron kayong training sa Water Search and Rescue kay mga Red Cross, and sa Maritime Safety and Security. Yan mga yan, nangyayari yan lalo na yung mga ganitong papasok ang Semana Santa, mga Pasko, Todos los Santos, no? So yan i-discuss in depth ni Lieutenant Ron. As a matter of fact, maraming artista na nasa PCGA. Yan si Commander Dieter Ocampo na very active. si Lieutenant Commander Gerald Anderson. At kasama natin, o makakasama nyo later on, yung kanyang ama at kapatid na si retired US Navy Lieutenant Commander na kapitan ng rank sa PCGA na siya ang na-appoint sa Maritime Environmental Protection at yung kanyang anak na si Lieutenant Ken naman ang sa Maritime Search and Rescue. So, kailangan nila ng mga hanay sa ilalim nila na mas makakatulong mga kaigting. At baka maging guest natin mamaya ang congresswoman ng pangalawang distrito na si Commodore Cheryl De Loso Montalia na nakaka-appoint lang bilang Commodore. At para malaman nyo, siya nagsusulong ng pondo at ng sariling imahe ng PCGA at siya rin sa mga committee na nagsulong na palakasin at paigtingin ng Philippine Coast Guard, lalo na nasa coastal area tayo. So pag natuloy, at isa ako sa spokesperson sa Kongreso sa Miyerkules, dahil ako yung naglalabi dahil kababayan ko siya at kaklase ko nung nasa UP kami, ay magkakaroon tayo ng sarili nating imahen, pondo, budget, benepisyo, and etc. Kaya ipanalangin nyo na maihabol, maipasa yun para mas lalong tumibay ang ating sama ng organisasyon ng PCGA. Yun lang ang aking mensahe mula ngayon. Ibalik ko ulit sa iyo, Lieutenant Ron. Maraming salamat sa inyo at sa mga kababayan ko na nag-join. At sana malaman ni Vice Admiral Gordon na ginawa ko yung kanyang bilin na magparami tayo at magparami pa tayo ng gusto. Dahil gaya ng sinabi ni Vice Admiral Gordon, tayo ang nasa coastal, kailangan lagi tayong handa, parang Boy Scout. No? Again, maraming salamat sa inyo mga kababayan ko na mga Red Cross volunteers and certified Red Cross. Sana may pamahagi nyo ang inyong mga pag-aralan, ang inyong mga natutunan sa hanay ng PCGA. Maraming salamat.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, ngayon, ito. I'll be discussing what is the Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary in general. Now, so here, we will see if the reasons why you want to join is aligned with what the PCGA is all about. Kung magkatugma sila. Okay? All right, so ito muna, I'll discuss this, yung overview muna. So the Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary is a service-oriented uniform volunteer organization established in 1972 by the Philippine Coast Guard. No? So ito nagsimula to, no, by a group of yacht owners who gathered for some social gathering sa Philippine Navy Golf Club. So they decided to form this organization to support the PCGA because they had the resources, which is essential or very helpful to the PCG. Now, this is the PCGA in general. The PCGA is committed to support and assist the PCG in the promotion of safety of life and property at sea, the protection of the marine environment and its resources, the conduct of maritime search and rescue, the maintenance of aids to navigation, recreational safety, and such other activities that enhance maritime community relations, which include civic action and youth development through the National Service Training Program and other related activities. Okay, so that is the PCGA in general. Now we're going to break it down. So we are supervised by the Philippine Coast Guard. So everything we do is cognizant or based on the directions given by the PCG. No? So hindi tayo pwede magsolo o magsarili. So once you have your uniform, you've got your ID, hindi kayo pwedeng basta-basta na gagawin nyo kung anong gusto nyo. So lahat ng ginagawa natin kailangan coordinated with the Philippine Coast Guard at all times. And there are reasons for that. Isa dito, accountability or responsibility. Kung may mangyayari sa inyo, ang PCG ang mananagot. Kasi sila, because since they are supervise us or oversee our activities, responsable sila sa atin. Kaya mahirapan silang managot kapag nagsarili kayo, nag-solo flight kayo na walang paalam. Kaya napaka-importante talaga na lahat ay alam nila yung gagawin natin. Another is yan, coordination, no? They need to know na kasi kung may mangyari, yun din. Whether you like it or not, aabot din sa kanila. Kaya if there's an untoward incident, they will know. Kasi whether you like it or not, you represent the Philippine Coast Guard. So kahit sabihin yung PCGA kayo, the uniform you wear, your ID, will identify you in the eyes of the public. You are PCG. At pupunta, makakarating pa rin sa kanila yan. Kaya importante talaga na, we always coordinate with the Philippine Coast Guard. Okay. What makes us different from other organizations? Kasi kung wala tayong uniforme, we don't follow, wala tayong kultura, we're just like any other organization. Okay, enumerate nyo. May Lions Club, may Rotary, may Kiwanis, etc. No? Pareho lang tayo. Ang pinagkaiba natin is we can wear uniforms and we can earn awards. So, yun nga, just like yung mga just like sa AFP, we are essentially the reserve arm of the Philippine Coast Guard, although we are not really called reservists. As auxiliaries, we are essentially a support arm. Support. So, operative word is support. We always support the PCG in all its operations and activities. Kaya nga, ang tawag sa atin, active reserve or active volunteers. Okay. As mentioned before, we are service-oriented. Ito ang pinakadahilan kung bakit tayo binuo, to serve. No? So its members commit themselves in rendering service to the community, taking part in various activities in support of the Philippine Coast Guard. And yun nga, the operative word is we are volunteers. No? Walang pumipilit sa inyo na umattend ng anumang activities. Kasi nga, sa dito, hindi ito trabaho. Wala tayong kinikitaan dito. Wala tayong sweldo o kahit man ng no compensation of any kind. So, imbis na tayo tumatanggap, tayo nagbibigay. We devote what we call time, talent, and treasure. Time, of course, yung panahon natin, you have to be willing to devote some time for this. Talent, kung talento o skills na meron kayo, ito, binovolunteer din natin to. Treasure, hindi necessarily pera. Treasure may apply to whatever resources you have. So whether mga two-way radios, mga rubber boats, or mga pickup trucks kung meron kayo. So these are the resources that you can also lend to the PCGA when it's needed. So ito yung tinatawag na treasure. Alright? We are legitimate. So kasi may mga iba dyan, mga poser, mga impostor, magkukunwari na Philippine Coast Guard or PCGA. Now, tayo, lehitimo tayo. And this is ensured by the law. So, may batas, Republic Act 9993 na enact. And this law recognizes the PCGA. And because of that, we are recognized by other uniformed services. So, kasama dyan AFP, PNP, BFP, and etc. So, pag nakita tayo, in uniform, yun, re-respetuhin tayo, hindi tayo babansag ang mga impostor. Hindi kayo uhulihin agad for that. Okay? Now, one more thing you have to remember is that we are under the Department of Transportation. Before, we used to be under the Department of National Defense until 1993. No? When we were transferred, kasi nga, the PCG is tasked with maritime law enforcement, something which the Philippine Navy cannot do. Kasi iba yung mandate ng Philippine Navy, iba yung mandate ng Philippine Coast Guard. Okay, so ito. Okay, attention on deck, papasok ang ating squadron director. Attention on deck. Okay, so yun nga, as mentioned earlier, we're a uniform organization. Now, one difference we have from other organizations is we adhere to a military culture. We wear uniforms. We submit to military protocol. That means saluting, conducting yourselves in a proper military manner. Okay, so more of this will be discussed once you're in. And another emphasis is we are a non-combatant unit. So we will not be assigned any task that will require carrying weapons or engaging or employing the use of force. Hindi tayo dyan. So, kayo na magtanong kung isasabak tayo laban sa China. Nope. Hindi tayo, hindi pagagawa sa atin yan. Hindi tayo ipapadala sa sprat list or any disputed area. Hindi. Okay? And one more thing, yun nga, being non-combatant, that means hindi tayo i-issuean ng mga armas kasi all the activities we do are non-combatant. So there's no need for that. Okay, which we will emphasize again later on. Okay, time out lang. Yeah, grabe talaga itong timing ito pag may mga ano. Okay na? Yes? O, sige lang. Okay. Okay, pag-ibig kasi may meeting ako. Okay. Okay, 2 days ha. Sige, thank you. Okay, sorry po, may dumating taga-Globe. Yeah, yung timing talaga. Okay, so one more thing you have to note is in the PCGA, we are apolitical. So we might have various political views. Okay, maybe some of you support the administration, some of you don't. But as far as you're concerned in the PCGA, we are neutral. So once you put on your uniform, all political affiliations are put aside. Tinatabi natin lahat yan. No? And as such, we are not allowed to engage in any activity, especially political and religious, especially in uniform. Kaya, say for example, you are going to attend a political rally. You may do so, just do not wear any uniform or anything related to PCGA. Wag. Kasi it will create a wrong impression in the eyes of the public. No? Kaya hindi tayo pwedeng mapusubo sa politika. As far as the organization is concerned. Okay? So I hope we're clear on that. Kaya pag kayo inimbita para mag-attend ng rally, you may do so, huwag lang kayo mag-uniforme. No? Hindi tayo pwede magpagamit kahit sino mang politiko. Okay. Now, the 4 core functions. Okay, I will only discuss this very briefly kasi ito, i-discuss to in detail when you attend yung indoctrination, which will follow after this. We have maritime safety. You ensure safety of life at sea. So dito, yung magagamit ang inyong skills sa Red Cross, isa na dito. Maritime search and rescue, another area where you can use your skills. Environmental protection, helping protect the environment and educate the public. Community relations, so medical mission. So dito rin papasok yung mga skills niyo when we do medical missions. Okay? Now, other functions like security and law enforcement only belongs to PCG. Gaya na sabi ko kanina, these require you support and you have to be properly trained for this. Kasi tayo pwedeng basta-basta bara-bara dito. No? Otherwise, you'll be putting yourself at risk. Kaya hindi ito binibigay sa atin. No? All right. So I'm going to skip this. Okay. Now, organization. Nasaan tayo within the organization? Where are you? So ito, breakdown ko ang PCGA in levels. No? So there are at least 4 levels of the PCGA. First is the national. No? Now, keep in mind that the Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary mirrors the organization of the Philippine Coast Guard. So kung sa Coast Guard, merong commandant. So the commandant is the head of the PCG. Ang kanyang counterpart is the national director. As of today, our PCG commandant is Admiral George Urusabia. Okay, so recently we just had an election. So yung magiging national director natin is to be determined pa. So hindi pa tapos yung botohan. Pero if you must know, yung outgoing national director natin is Vice Admiral Beethoven Sur. No? So hinintay natin yung sino papalis kanya. We're still waiting. Now, district, in the Philippines, there are 13 Coast Guard districts. So kung ilan ang Coast Guard districts sa Pilipinas, yun din ang number ng PCJ districts. Now tayo, we belong to National Capital Region Central Luzon. Okay? So in the district level, the district commander sa PCG is now Commodore Yobihildo Panopio. No? Okay, so ang kanyang counterpart, ito, recently elected. So our new district director is Rear Admiral Edgardo Iquibal. So siya na ang recently elected district director natin. Okay? So he's the head of the National Capital Region Central Luzon District. Then under the district, we have the squadrons. So ito yung pinaka basic unit ng district, no? So in the National Capital Region Central Luzon District, we have 13 squadrons. Now, you belong, so dito kayo, you are here. You belong or you'll be entering the 117 Squadron. And currently, the head of this squadron is Captain Virgilio Ferrer, who just entered. So he'll be giving a few words later on. No? And then under the squadron is the division. So ito yung pinaka-basic unit sa PCGA. So they operate at a grassroots level. All right, so I'll be discussing this further in detail. No? Okay. So we have 21 squadrons in the National Capital Region District. No? Then under that, 21 squadrons. So 117 Squadron is part of this. Okay. So ito yung ating squadron director. And this is our organization. No? Okay. So Captain Ferrer is our squadron director. Then ang kanyang dalawang deputy is Commander Escobar for operations, Commander La Rosa for administration. Okay, ito iba to. So our chief of staff is Lieutenant Francisco. Ako yung deputy chief of staff for admin and protocol. So I'll be the one in charge of processing your application. Ako yung unang hahawak niyan. No? Okay. Then we have the division. So we currently have 2 divisions na active. So we have Division 1 operating in Quezon City, headed by Commander Herrera, and Division 2 in Laguna by Lieutenant Commander Tony Pilones. No? Okay. So kayo, pag marami na kayo, most of you will be forming Division 3 there in Zambales, and Commander Vega will be heading you. Tapos another one, Umaburen, will be formed in Rizal Province. No? So as of now, those two di pa muna ma-activate until you have enough manpower. Okay. Now, what are one of the things that you can enjoy or have experience when you are in the PCGA? One thing is you get to attend conventions. So ang ginagawa dito, yes, fellowship, you get to meet people, other members from other squadrons and other districts, no? And exchange ideas, no? Of course, socializing, basically socializing, and yeah, there's some workshops. So dalawang level yan. District convention, so all the squadrons come together, knock on all the districts come together, no? And they're usually held every year. Pero dahil sa COVID, ito on hold, canceled muna. For now. Okay. Then we have monthly meetings. So every month we have meetings. Okay, and as members, you're expected to attend. But yun nga, because of COVID again, hindi pa posible ang face-to-face meeting. So all our meetings are currently done online, just like this one. So you will be expected to attend, or you're expected to attend meetings so that you'll be always up to date with what goes on in the squadron and in the PCGA overall. Kasi dito talaga nire-relay ang galing sa taas. All right. So a little history of the 117 Squadron. So we were formed in 2015, and our area of operations is mainly in Manila, Metro Manila. No? Although we are expanding. So as you can see, we're also forming divisions outside Metro Manila, namely Laguna, and soon Zambales and Rizal. Okay. Then the role of the DAS, no? So tayo as a squadron, through our DAS, we coordinate with the PCG, yun nga. Pero on the appropriate level. So in the squadron level, we coordinate with the yung Philippine Coast Guard station. So in our case, it's PCG Station Manila. So doon tayo nakikipag-coordinate as a squadron. Now, on the division level, we coordinate with the substations. No? So sa substation, Division 1 coordinates with substation CCP. Sa may cultural center yan. Doon tayo nakikipag-coordinate. Then, for Division 2, we coordinate with the substation, ito bagong bukas in Santa Rosa, Laguna. And we will soon be forming a Coastal Community Auxiliary Division there to augment Division 2. No? Okay. So as you know this, yung responsibilities or yung functions mirror what is on top. No? All right. Okay, how to join? Who can join the PCGA? So any consenting adult can join the PCGA. So of course, minimum age 18. Basta provided yun nga, that you're capable to make your own decisions. Kasi dito, di kasi pwedeng magpapaalam pa kayo sa magulang nyo if you want to join PCGA or if you want to attend an activity. You have to be willing, kasi nga, we're all volunteers. You have to be willing to go if you want to go. No? Na walang permiso kahit kanino. Of course, you have to be of good moral character and no criminal conviction. At makikita yan when you submit your NBI, police, barangay clearances. Doon makikita yan. So make sure that you have a clean record. Wala kayong kaso of any kind. Okay? Then after this orientation, you'll be attending an indoctrination. Usually ginagawa to at the last Saturday of the month. No? Although we have to wait for yung announcement kung kailan magkakaroon. Then when you join, you will be expected to pay annual dues, which we will be discussing later on. And you can either be an auxiliarist or an officer. Auxiliarist, para siyang enlisted. No? Parang private, sergeant, etc. Okay? And again, we'll be discussing this in detail later. Okay. So, ito lang reminder. So, be sure that as you prepare your documents, make sure na ang record nyo ay malinis. Kasi pag nakita nilang may record kayo, you can be denied application. So, even though, kasi yun yung application process, 3 levels yan. Isa squadron. We examine your documents, then district level. They will examine it again. Then, Philippine Coast Guard. So, ito talaga, walang lusot. Walang lusot talaga. Alright? Okay. Now, types of members. No? Okay. Actually, yung last one, tinanggal na. So, this is the reason why we are adopting mga members ng executive squadron. We're adopting, inaampon na rin. Okay? So, we're mostly regular. No? And we'll get to what is expected if you're a regular later on. Okay, now here, ito yan. To be regular, you have to be active. Now, define active. You have to be active at least 60% in all activities. That means kung kailan kayo, if we need volunteers to perform an activity, you have to be there. At least 60% within the year. Then, attend also at least 60% of our squadron meetings. Kasi pag lagi kayong wala, you may be deemed inactive. And yun nga, pay your dues. Kaya, it's not enough na pag-buy ng dues, tas wala na kayo, di na kayo sisipot. No? So, if you really mean na you want to serve, so we expect you to be active at least 60% of the time. No? So, hindi lang pwede yung basta pagbabayad, you get your ID, hindi na kayo magpaparamdam. Okay? Otherwise, you'll fall under inactive. Okay? And as such, if you're inactive, you are not eligible to receive awards or promotions. Kaya if you really want awards, if you want promotions, you have to be, kailangan, pagsikapan ninyo. Patunayan nyo na deserving kayo. Alright? Okay. Now, privileges, you get to wear uniform kasi other organizations won't do that. Don't do that. You can put decals on your decal, but only during PCGA activities. You'll be issued an ID. And you'll be entitled to receive awards. And you can elect officers in leadership positions in the squadron, provided you assume a position in the squadron, yung pinakita ko kanina. So there are certain there are qualified officers who can elect yung leadership natin. Usually, yung former DAS, yung two deputies and the division directors. So if you occupy those positions, you can elect officers, yung leaders standing sa squadron. Okay? Others will be on a case-to-case basis. Okay. Now, the ranks. Okay? So these are the ranks that you can get or will be given to you in the PCGA. So, ang mga hindi college graduate, ang rango nyo is auxiliary. Now, for college graduates, at the minimum is ensign. Now, commander is the highest entry rank that can be given to an applicant. Ang captain, to become captain, you have to be promoted to captain. So, hindi yung pwede basta ibigay sa inyo. So, you really have to earn it by being promoted. So, captain, pataas. Okay? So, lieutenant junior grade, lieutenant, lieutenant commander, commander, captain, commodore, rear admiral, vice admiral. Ang vice admiral, ang pinakamataas na rangong pwedeng ibigay. But this is usually reserved to the national director. So siya lang ang pwedeng umawak ng ganyang rango. Others are on an honorary basis. Okay, now, about ranks, So how do you get the ranks? So, depende yan sa anong tinapos nyo at anong trabaho ninyo. So as you can see, kapag di pa kayo graduate, auxiliaries pa kayo. Now, ensign is given to a college graduate holding an entry-level job. Okay? Provided na yung tinapos nyo ay bachelor's degree. So I'm sorry to say, hindi pwede yung certificate or associate degree. Okay? Then lieutenant junior grade are for those who hold staff positions in companies or kapag elected official, barangay captain o kagawad sa mga hindi first class municipality. Mga bayan-bayanan diyan. Okay, lieutenant are for those holding mga assistant manager positions, port passers, and small business owners. Then mga mayor, mga konsehal at vice mayor ng mga mga hindi first class municipalities. Okay. Lieutenant commander are for those who hold managerial positions or own medium to large businesses. Okay? And selected occupations like lawyers and doctors in particular. This is also given to those who completed master's or doctoral degrees. And elected officials in highly urbanized cities. All right. Okay. Now, yung company pala, So when we examine your documents, for business owners, you have to submit supporting documents like DTI, the SEC, and yung charter or company profile. We need to know how long has your company been running? Nature of business, anong klaseng negosyo yan? At ilan ang mga tao ninyo? How many people are employed in your company? So yun nga, as mentioned earlier, kung small scale ang negosyo nyo, you get a lower rank. Pag medyo malaki-laki, like a printing press, kasi mas maraming tao yan, you may become a lieutenant commander and higher. Depende yan sa negosyo nyo. Okay. Then, Yun. Commander, yun nga, as mentioned earlier, the highest entry rank that can be given to an applicant. So usually, you must hold an executive position in a company or you're an elected official, congressmen, senators, or cabinet secretary. Okay? Then captain, it's a promotable rank, captain and above. Now, keep in mind that all the ranks shown a while ago, lahat to ay honorary. Hindi, wala siyang sabihin natin power. Walang power yan. Compared to the ranks given to regular Coast Guard or even AFP and PNP. Kasi yung mga rango nila, that is given by the Commander-in-Chief, namely the President of the Philippines. Ang mga rango itong mga rango galing to sa PCG Commandant. Plus, the people, mga regular officers, they kung mag-training sa indoctrination, 4 years, 4 years silang nag-training. Buwis-buhay yan. Kayo, isang araw lang kayo. At least 1 day lang indoctrination. So, you can see why walang the ranks given to you will not carry any weight. Now, the reason why we have ranks, we have hierarchy is for administration purposes. We want to organize ourselves in a military. So we selected a military model. Kaya tayo meron ito. And as I mentioned earlier, this is what makes us different from other civic organizations. May structure tayo. And we choose to follow a military structure. Kaya tayo meron ito. Pero yun nga, don't think na may rango kayo, pwede ka you can exercise authority over people outside the PCGA. No? Kaya keep in mind na may limitasyon ang mga rango natin. No? Okay, so honorary lang ang mga rango natin. So that means you cannot require an enlisted PCG to salute you or although they will still show you courtesy. Yun na sila mapapasal you cannot make them salute you. No? All right. Now, annual dues. So, isa sa mga obligasyon ninyo when you join the PCGA is you have to pay annual dues. No? Para saan ang annual dues? So, these dues provide funds to support programs authorized by the PCGA. Now, keep in mind that we are not a government organization like PCG. No? All volunteers tayo. Kaya ang bubuhay sa atin ay pondo na sa atin din galing. So we have to generate our own funding. As such, you have to pay your dues annually. Now, magkano ang dues nyo? Depende yan kung ano maging rango ninyo. So kapag auxiliaries kayo, libre. Because it is assumed, ang assumption kasi is if you're auxiliaries, you are not a college graduate and very likely ang trabaho nyo is blue collar. You're a blue collar worker. So hindi mataas ang kinikita nyo. Kaya hindi kayo sisingilin ng annual dues. But you still have to apply to join PCGA even if you're an auxiliarist. Ensign, 500 pesos a year. Lieutenant Junior Grade, 600. Lieutenant, 800. Then Commander, 1,000. Now, correction sa last two, no? Ang Commander pala, I learned, is 1,200 ang bayad. And Captain and above is 2,000. So you may notice, the higher your rank goes, the higher the annual dues you have to pay. No? Kasi it follows that you have a better paying job. So they want to make sure na yung trabaho nyo is commensurate to the rank that will be given to you. No? Kasi based yan sa kung magkano kinikita ninyo o magkano sinasweldo ninyo. Okay? All right. Then, after you are accepted, you will be undergoing a donning or oath ceremony. No? Now, I think na even though may COVID, I think magkakaroon ito. Although yun nga, health and safety protocols will still be observed. No? Oh, by the way, yung nasa picture is she is a member of our squadron. Right now, she is abroad. No? Nurse siya by profession, si Lieutenant Junior Greg Ison. Okay. Now, the most important document in the PCGA, na sa inyo, are the General Order for GO. Now, there are three kinds of GOs. One is appointment designation. That's the one on the right. Okay. So this document signifies that you have been accepted into the PCGA. So the first part will indicate what rank is given to you. Okay, sample. This is my GO. As you can see, I joined PCGA in 2016. My starting rank was ensign. But as you can see, I've been promoted. Kaya lieutenant ako ngayon. No? Second part is designation. To what squadron you will be assigned. So in this case, 117 Squadron. The one on the left is a promotion GO. So when you reach a certain residency, number of years in your rank, you can be promoted. No? All right. So you see on the left, yan. Yung mga nandyan, they're all members of 117 Squadron. So na-promote sila. Okay. Then the third one are the awards GO. So every time you take part in an activity, you may be given an award. Now, siyempre, hindi basta-basta kayo bibigyan award. So this is backed up by a general order. So this gives you the legitimacy and the right to wear awards. Kaya pag may nag-question sa inyo kung ba't kayo may award, sabihin nyo may GO kayo. And you can even tell them anong GO number para tumahimik sila. No? Kasi may mga peking squadron dyan, mga fake PCGA members who binibili na award nila pero hindi naman talaga pinaghirapan. So one way to find out is to ask them anong GO number nila. Kaya if they can't tell you what's their GO number, you can tell na fake. And hindi nila susuot ng tama. That's how you will know. Okay? All right. So as you can see, ito yung mga awards natin. Now, the first two awards are unit awards. So this is given to a squadron or a district. So if the squadron is given an award, everybody who is active will receive the award. Active. Okay. The operative word is active. Okay? So I'm sorry to say, yung mga hindi active, nagbayad lang ng dues, hindi na sumisipot, you will not receive these awards kung inactive kayo. Then the remaining awards are individual. So the highest award you can receive is the Outstanding Achievement Award. Ito given above and beyond the call of duty, no? Distinguished Service Ribbon is given to outgoing squadron and district and national directors after serving o after yung 2 years of service. Binibigay sa kanya to pagbaba nila. Long service, if you've been active for 5 years. Merit ribbon, ito subject to evaluation in the district level evaluation to. Search and rescue, ito bihira to because to get this award, you have to take part in a search and rescue operation. So, let's say may baha somewhere in Zambales or somewhere in Marikina. Then, andun kayo, you help rescue stranded people. You will be eligible to receive this award. Pero, yung nga, bihira makuha to. Kasi, this does not happen all the time. Then, anti-marine pollution campaign. Ito, before the pandemic, ito yung pinakamadalas na makukuha yung award. If you take part in coastal cleanups, mangrove planting, you'll get this. Disaster relief and rehabilitation, ito, if you donate relief goods, donate in cash or in kind, magkakaroon kayo nito. Commendation ribbon, ito, subject to evaluation sa squadron. So, based sa evaluation ng squadron director. Civic action, you take part in comrade activities like medical missions, port duty. Ito, madalas din makukuha to. Red Cross ribbon, ito, if you donate blood. So, tuwing may Red Cross blood donation drive. We usually have blood donation drives every January and July. And if you volunteer to give blood, you can get this award. Now, sabihin natin you cannot give blood for whatever reason. you can still get the award if you can bring 2 volunteers who can give blood on your behalf. Proxy. Dalawang proxies. Okay? Good conduct, active for 2 years. Convention ribbon, if you attend yung National Convention as shown a while ago, and yung International Coastal Cleanup ribbon. So every September, we have an International Coastal Cleanup. So ito, mass cleanup drive buong bansa. So sabay-sabay tayo sa buong mundo doing coastal cleanups. If you attend this, you get this award. Okay? All right. Now, how to wear them? Okay, saka na natin di-discuss yan pag nakapasok na kayo. Now, uniforms. We have at least 5 kinds of uniforms in the PCGA. So ito yan, no? Which I will be discussing in detail. Now, the most frequent uniform that you will wear is the Service Blue Alpha, usually worn in official functions. So, anong kasama dito? Of course, a Pershing cap, a hard shoulder board, a garrison belt with PCGA buckle, a squadron badge indicating your squadron, closed shoes, if applicable, awards, and a white V-neck t-shirt. No? Right. So, pag sa babae, you have the option to wear a skirt or trousers. Pag palda ang isusuot ninyo, you will be wearing heels, no? Pero prescribed siya, hindi pwedeng kahit anong heels. And you see yung tinatawag na whack cap, no? So yan ang headgear nyo, yung whack cap ang tawag diyan. If you choose to wear trousers, magchasarol din kayo just like the men. All right? Okay. So yun nga, you only wear this during official functions. Then the Service Blue Bravo, worn during training seminars like protocol seminars. Okay? So you see the difference. Oop. Ang pinagaiba, you wear a soft shoulder loop and you do not wear your ribbons. Yun lang. Then we have the working blue. So in this picture, ito, ako. If you see my picture, you can see na I'm wearing a working blue. Ito yan. So it's dark blue, no ribbons, cloth rank patches, walang metal insignia, and a dark blue round neck t-shirt. No? Ito yan. Okay. Gaya ng sabi ni Commander Vega, yes, si Victor Campo, yan. This was during his indoctrination. You can see. No? Now, yung suit ng iba, ang tawag diyan field shirt. Yung ito kanina, no? Yung suit ng mga iba dito. That's a field shirt. So, dalawang klase. Walang round neck at collared. No? Na typically, yung collared ay para sa mga officers, non-collared ay auxiliaries. Kaya ako susunod dahil mas komportable. No? Now, we wear this in any activity that may require physical action. Yung magbabanatayin buto. No? Like coastal cleanups. No? Kasi yan, talagang maglilinis kayo, magbubuhat. And it will look very awkward pag naka-Service Blue Alpha kayo o working blue. No? Madudumi yan. Kaya we wear field shirts. And it's usually worn with a ball cap. No? Now, color coding. We only wear the orange color for search and rescue and medical mission. So, pag tinawag tayo para mag-response sa mga baha, conduct search and rescue, we wear orange. And ang rationale dyan is, ito yung universal color for rescue. Pag nakita ng mga biktima, itong kulay na ito, kumbaga, patay mga anghel na dumating para ligtas sila. Kasi alam nila na they will be saved. Kasi madaling makita, napaka-bright ang kulay. Very distinctive. No? Kaya pag nakita kayo, para kayong hulog ng langit. Pag nakita yung kulay orange. Okay? Kaya napaka-importante yan. Okay? Okay, then mesh jacket, ito ang pinakamahal na uniforming pwede niyong isuot. And this is only worn on very formal occasions. And usually, officers lang ang nagsusuot ito. Okay, so I will not elaborate on this. So saka na pag nakapasok na kayo. Alright, ito lang. Okay. Now, where to get them? Okay, so ito lang. Now, one more thing you have to know is since we're not a government organization, ito, AKB, kanya-kanyang bayad to. Yep. So, humanap kayo ng tailor nyo para magpagawa. Now, yung tela, usually, ang tela ang ginagamit para gawin to, ang tawag dito, Marlin Blue. No? Teka. Let me just type that. Teka. Oops. So I'm going to so ang tawag diyan yan. So this is actually the same kind of color na susuot ng Philippine Coast Guard. Ito din ang kulay. So you have to go find your own tailor para bili lang kayo ng tela at hanap kayo ng tailor nyo. No, para pasukat magpagawa. Now, accessories like Pershing cap, badge, nameplate. Sa Zambales, actually hindi ko alam kung saan, no? Kaya yung mga nandito sa Metro Manila lang to. Almers, may EDSA, and De Leon sa loob ng Camp Aguinaldo. Kung magpapagawa kayo ng Pershing cap, teka lang. Ito, tulad nito, kailangan nyo magpasukat sa tailor muna. Tapos, ibibigay nyo sa tagagawa para ma-determine tama. So, kasi, hindi kasi pwedeng basta-basta kayong badi bumili. Kailangan malaman niya yung tamang sukat sa ulo nyo. Kasi pasadya kasi ito. No? Pasadya to. Alright. Then ID. So after you enter the PCGA, you can now apply for an ID. Okay, so you apply for an ID application form, submit a 2x2 ID picture. So Service Blue Alpha, uncovered, walang sombrero, and red background. And this must be signed by the squadron director, then the district director, then the national director. So step by step yan. After that, it will be submitted to the Philippine Coast Guard. Kasi ang Coast Guard ang gagawa at mag-i-issue ng ID nyo. Okay? So as you notice, no, ang huling pipirma ay Philippine Coast Guard. Coast Guard to, hindi to PCGA. No? Okay. Asa iba na yung iba na yung head ng CG7. Hindi na siya. Okay, so ito alis muna ako dito. Ito, may papakita ko sa inyo.
Lieutenant Ron, excuse me. Who is the new head of CG7?
Ano si sir, hindi ko po alam.
Hindi ba hindi ba si Commodore Luces Carilla?
I'm not sure, sir. Hindi po ako sure, sir.
Sige, okay, thank you.
Okay.
Si Kapitan Ferrer ba hindi pa rin nag-hello hi?
Ha? LOI?
Si Kapitan Ferrer naka-log na siya, hindi pa ba nag-hello hi?
Nandiyan sir, baka mamaya po.
Okay.
Magsasalita. Okay, ito, let me just share this. Okay, so ito yung ID application. Now, you only fill this up once you are in the PCGA. So sa ngayon, hindi muna namin kayo bibigyan ito. You have to first get in the PCGA first. Right? So, fill out your name, rank, ano GO number nyo, address, then fill this up. Then, thumb mark. Signature, you have to sign 2 times. Dito at dito. Ito yung statement of consent. So, you have to sign twice. Then, the DAS, DAD, ND will sign here. Okay? Yan. So, do kaya So, you need to fill that up. Okay. Right, next. Now, how to join the PCGA? So, ngayon, nandito kayo sa stage na to. Find a squadron to join. Now, whether you can approach us or someone will recruit you. In this case, most of you were recruited by Commander Vega or in one case, si Commander Pilones, no? Okay, first step na yan. Then you attend this orientation. Then, undergo indoctrination. This is the reason why hindi ko diniscuss lahat in detail. Kasi mga iba dito, i-discuss sa indoctrination nyo. No? Kaya kung sakaling may mga tanong kayo na hindi ko kayang sagutin, i-defer ko yan sa indoctrination kasi wala ako sa posisyon na sagutin yan. Kaya pasensya na po kung hindi ko may sasagot. Then submit in documents which I will be showing later on kung ano yung sasabit nyo. Yun nga, you must be of legal age. Okay? All right. These are the requirements. No? Okay. Para madali, you can pwede yung screen cap to. Yung nakapula, yun ang mga pinaka-importanting papel sa kailangan i-submit. Pag wala, wala, hindi ibabalik ang application niyo. So make sure they are there in your documents. Okay, sige, I'll give you time first to copy or screen cap ha, sandali lang. I'll give you time. All right, so ito, let me explain each one. No? Now, yung una dyan, endorsement from the squadron director. We'll take care of that. Kaming bahala dyan. So you don't have to worry about that. Now, the rest, you have to, kailangan lakarin nyo. Letter of intent, of course, why do you want to join? Application form and the personal history statement form. Okay, I'll show you that later. No? Then, submit 6 2x2 ID pictures, yung pinaka-recent nyo. Huwag naman yung 10 years ago. Okay? Then, ito pala, correction. NBI clearance lang. Not passport. Just NBI clearance. Then, police clearance, barangay clearance, a drug test, physical examination, cedula, and yun. Yung certificate nyo for orientation. So, after this, I will make your orientation certificate and I will submit it to Captain Ferrer for his signature, no? Now, ito, correction pala, wala nang processing fee. Wala na to. So, you can forget that. Then, ito, supporting documents. Kasi, this will help determine your rank. Pag wala yan, if you don't submit this, you'll be given the lowest rank. No? Okay. So, ito lang ha. Let me show you yung application form. Papakita ko.
Sir, excuse me. I have a question.
Okay, so ito yung application form. I'll show you. Papakita ko sa inyo. Ito siya. So, your sponsor, in this case, Commander Vega and Commander Pilones, will give you a copy of this form. No? So, you fill this up. Fill up niyo to. Okay? Now, dito, professional licenses, okay, kasi marami nakakamali dito. Kasi ang ginagawa nila, ang nilalagay, driver's license. When we say professional license, ito ay para sa mga board passers. Okay, board passers to. No? Hindi counted driver's license or firearms license. Hindi counted. Okay? And then, ito. Kung anong pertinent or relevant, pakilagay lang. At saka ito, make sure you write legibly. Then, okay, ito part na to. So make sure your sponsor signs this. Now, your sponsor must be a PCGA member. So in your case, it might be Commander Vega or Commander Pilones. So make sure they sign here, the date, your signature, then your thumb marks, pakilagay dito thumb marks nyo, then yung ID picture nyo dito, then Captain Ferrer will sign here. Alright? Dito yan. And then we have another document you have to fill up or submit. Ito, yung personal history statement form. So you fill this up also. Ito kailangan to for background check. Okay, fill upan nyo to. And then here, okay. Now, itong document na to, this must be notarized. Kailangan ipanotaryo nyo itong document na to. Then, it must be signed by witnesses. Kailangan firmado. Again, thumb marks uli. Then, your other 2x2 picture, dito yan. Tapos, cedula nyo, pakilagay, indicate yung cedula nyo dito. Okay? Alright. So, I hope we're clear on that. Okay. Now, don't worry, naka-record to. I'll give you a copy of this recording later on. No? Mamaya ko bibigay. Okay. Yan. Okay, so I hope clear tayo dyan, no? Okay, now take note, every space must be signed in the application form and PHS. Okay, clearances and drug tests must be valid. So when you submit your clearances and drug tests, kailangan hindi siya expired. Kasi pag expired, ibabalik sa inyo. Most especially barangay clearance kasi mas mabilis mag-expire yan. Submit as many credentials as possible, no? So, for example, kada dyan, your employment certificate. Kasi yung position nyo sa trabaho, how long have you been in the job, will help determine your rank. Kasi pag wala yan, you'll be given the lowest rank. No? Now, ito, one disclaimer. There's no guarantee that whatever rank you will recommend will be your rank sa GO. Kasi baka we might overlook something. Kaya pagdating sa district and sa PCG, baka they might see something we did not see. And it's possible they could raise or lower your rank. No? Kaya walang guarantee. No? Okay. Then ito, if you're a business owner, yan. Kung pwede, itong mga documents isama nyo. Kasi hindi sapat, nalalagay nyo lang na ito position nyo, ito trabaho nyo. So you need to have supporting documents to back it up. Kasi pag walang supporting document, mababang rango din bibigay sa inyo. No? Alright. Now, ito, you know this, no? Kailangan organisado, may tab, round folder. So, I will show you a video, may papakita akong video sa inyo. No? To prove my point. Okay. So, ito yung video. Okay. Okay. So, this is how to organize your documents.
Video, I'm going to show you how to organize your folders as you prepare for your application. Okay, so first of all, you must use a brown folder. So for new applicants to the PCGA, you have to use brown folders. Now, be sure to put the label and your name and the squadron you're joining. Now, the first page should be this. So it should contain your table of contents where your documents are properly outlined. So please follow this outline. Okay, so first, your application form, personal history statement, letter of intent for purpose of joining the PCGA, provide 4 pieces of 2x2 ID pictures, your most recent ones, MBI clearance, police clearance, barangay clearance, cedula, drug test, physical exam, employment certificate or business permit for business owners, educational attainment, that's your diploma or transcript of records. Okay. If you're a board passer, provide your certificate or ID from the PRC or any similar agency. Then your other credentials. Then a copy of your orientation seminar. And on this side, you show your indoctrination certificate. So once you attend district indoctrination, put it here. Now be sure also to tap every portion. Okay, tab it. And should be fastened. Do not submit loose documents. Okay, so here. Okay, so we will be providing a checklist. So here we will make sure that you submit whatever is in here. Then this will be signed by the squadron director. Okay, then endorsement letter, which we will provide. Then your application. So be sure to fill out all relevant information here. Then be sure to have your sponsor sign it. You sign here, date, then the squadron director will sign here. And don't forget to provide your thumb mark. And so for the ID pictures, paste them on the designated spot. Okay, next up is your personal history statement, which you must also fill out. Okay. Now you know this. Notice the tabbing. Okay. Here, okay, be sure to put your cedula here. Then it must be signed by witnesses. Then provide your thumb mark and your other ID picture. Now, be sure also to notarize your DHS. If this has no notarization, it's a no-go. Then your letter of intent. So, write the reason why you want to join the PCGA. Okay, additional. Now, this will go to your duplicate folders. Okay, NBI clearance, your police clearance, barangay clearance, your cedula, the drug test, and your physical exam. Now, be sure that your clearances are still valid and not expired by the time you submit it. If they're expired, it will not, your application will be rejected. Then, if you're employed, provide your certificate. Then your diploma or transcript of records. Then your other credentials. Okay. So again, don't forget to put tabbings on each entry. So that's it. I hope this video is very helpful and a very reliable guide as you prepare your application to the PCGA. Okay, so good luck to you all.
All right, so that's basically how you organize your documents. Okay, so para di kayo malito, pakisundan lang yung yung guide na yan. All right. Okay, so we proceed. Now, promotion, no? So kahit mababa ang rank makuha nyo, don't worry, you can be promoted. Ang condition dyan is you have to meet yung residency requirements or what we call the time and grade. Now, an auxiliarist can become an officer. So probably one way to do that is you have to graduate. Graduate with a bachelor's degree. Then you can apply for an officer's rank. kahit na auxiliaries kayo. No? Now, so officers naman, ito, yung time and grade, the residency you need. To be promoted to the next rank, ensign and junior grade, 1 year sa rango, lieutenant, 2 years, lieutenant commander, 3 years, and commander, 3 years, captain, 4 years. Although, there's some cases na pwede siyang i-fast track. Kasi, if you're going to be appointed a deputy chief of staff or deputy ng squadron, you can be promoted to captain. Commodore, yan, 2 years. No? Pero usually, ano to? Sa district and national level na to. No? Okay. Then, to my requirements. So, pero sa kana yan. We'll discuss this further when we, when you're in. Okay? Now, how to receive awards. So, tandaan nyo, everything we do must be coordinated with the Philippine Coast Guard. At meron din mga procedures. So, for every activity we do, there has to be a report we filed. Kailangan documented lahat ng ginagawa natin. So, a report we filed, then, mas maganda kapag may mga pictures. So, I do recommend that pag may mga activities, take lots of pictures, especially in action. Hindi pwede mga photo ops yung naka-post kayo na okay, nagsa-selfie kayo, hindi ganyan. So, we encourage you to take pictures of everyone doing their part, doing work. Highly encouraged. No? Okay. So, ito yung mga, usually sa mga awards ito, civic action, anti-pollution, search and rescue, etc. Okay? Now, to get good conduct and long service, GO lang, to indicate how long have you been active in the PCGA, accomplishment report. So ito, again, subject to evaluation by the squadron and district. Okay. So, ano lang. Now, basic do's and don'ts. No? Kasi, ito, there have been instances na, there are people who abuse yung kanilang pagiging member ng PCGA. So, observe proper courtesy and protocol to PCGA officers. No? Kaya nga, di ba, we need to remind you again that when you're in uniform, you're expected to conduct yourselves properly. No? Hindi kasi pwedeng ugaling civilian kayo pero naka-uniform kayo. This is the reason why you joined the PCGA. You have to be willing to subject yourselves to military courtesy and protocol. No? Of course, don't show disrespect, especially to enlisted personnel or junior PCG officers. May isang incident kasi na may isang PCGA officer, hindi squadron natin, na pinapasaludo yung mga enlisted PCG. Na pinipilit. Remember that our ranks are honorary. Well, it does not carry any weight. You cannot order enlisted personnel outside PCGA. No? Kasi sila, kahit yung enlisted, they underwent months of indoctrination and training. Kayo, isang araw lang. No? Kasi, ang mangyayari, kasi may mga insidente kasi, you might overhear PCG enlisted, nagbubulong-bulungan, saying things behind our backs. No? And I'm pretty sure none of you will like it. Kasi nga, you're not really living up to what PCGA stands for. No? So, kailangan tandaan niyo yan. Lalo na pag you're in front of PCG personnel. And one time nga, may isang PCGA officer, again, hindi squadron natin, tinawag niyang ate ang isang junior PCG officer. Okay? Of course, that's very offensive. Kanila. Okay. Then, wear your uniform properly in accordance to guidance and protocols. Wear the assigned uniform in any given activity. So, don't wear it. Do not wear your uniform pag walang activity sanction. Kasi may mga impostor dyan, nagsusot ng uniforme para lang pumorma. No? Para lang makakuha ng mga perks. Actually, like for example, siguro, there are people expecting na may mga privileges like libre or discount sa transportation. Sa totoo lang, wala. There's none. No? So there's one instance, may isang impostor na PCGA nagde-demand na libreng sakay, no? At may dala pa niya ID niya, uniforme. At sa harapan pa ng deputy ng Philippine Coast Guard, Deputy for Operations, sa harapan niya. Ayun, na-call out. Okay? And do not, yun nga, in relation to that, don't demand or invoke any entitlement. Now, pag kayo pinagbigyan, then accept it with humility. Pero huwag kayo mag-demand. Don't demand anything. No? Yun lang naman. So, one thing you have to know is do not abuse your uniform and yung privileges that come with being a member of PCGA. Alright?
Permission to speak, Lieutenant.
Sige po.
Based on actual experience, no, with our DAS, Captain Ferrer, 2 years ago when we traveled to Mindoro, there's nothing wrong to ask for a discount. Yeah, we don't demand that, we ask. Fortunately, dahil pogi si DAS, komedyante mukha ko, nabigyan naman kami ng discount sa barko, di ba? Kahit na hindi naman hinihingi yung ID ng PCGA, pero laging handa si Kapitan Ferrer, pinakita niya yung PCGA ID niya. No, dahil wala pa yung sa akin, di pa lumalabas. Kaya nabigyan naman kami ng kahit papanong discount. However, sa Bataan, sa Escalade, di ba? Sabi nga ng mga tao na Escalade, libreng-libre kayong sumakay papuntang Bataan. Back and forth, libre as long as nagjo-duty kayo bilang sumasama kayo sa maritime safety and security and safety. No, libre ang pamamasyal sa koridor. Kung gusto niyo pang mag-muni-muni doon, pwede rin. Remember that, di ba, Lieutenant? Tayo? We were planning to do that kaso wala tayong extra time. So, as Division 3 dito sa atin sa Zambales, lalo na sa District 2, na ako naman ay galing sa District 1, libreng-libre kayo sumama sa activities ng District 1 at marami silang activities sa NCR, sa Maritime Environmental Protection, sa meaning to say, sa pagpupulot ng basura sa MOA, sa pag-rescue, pag may baha sa area ng Marikina. Libreng-libre kayo sumama sa dati kong division. Pero dito sa lugar natin, marami na tayo ditong ginagawa. Kaya sana ma-consider yung mag-join dahil kailangan ko kayo mga kababayan ko ang tulong nyo. Lalo na yung training nyo bilang Philippine Red Cross Certified Rescue Emergency Responders or Volunteers. Yun lang muna ulit. Maraming salamat.
Okay, thank you, sir. So again, kasi minsan may mga tao dito na kaya sumasali sa PCGA kasi habol nila itong mga privileges, no? And some of them are non-existent. Kaya again, we're going to see kung talaga ang your reason for joining is aligned to what the PCGA stands for. Makikita natin dito. No? Kasi kung habol nyo lang itong mga privileges, then you have to earn it and pakita nyo that you deserve it by giving something. Hindi kasi pwedeng bigyan kami sa inyo. Alright? Okay. So, I'm sure more of this will be discussed in your indoctrination. Okay. Now, ito, before pandemic, may schedule, no? Kaya, expect nyo, last Saturday of the month, kung matutuloy, na magkakaroon ng indoctrination. Kaya make sure that your papers, all the documents listed, are ready. Okay? Okay, ito, saka to. All right. So, at this point, we will now open the floor to questions. So, if there's anything I did not cover that you want to know, please bring it up now. Sino may tanong dyan na is there something you'd like to know na hindi ko binanggit? Pakianyo
Lieutenant, regarding dun kasi kanina sa topic nyo, regarding sa pagiging for Olongapo to be part of the district, there's a certain number of people na kailangan ma-meet. Ilan po ba dapat talaga ang possible na tao para maging active ang Olongapo for PCGA?
Okay, now for your division, sa division level pa lang to, no? There has to be at least 20 of you to get your division activated. No? Kaya you're really encouraged to get more people to join. No? So don't worry about ranks kasi darating tayo dyan, and even if your rank is low, you'll be promoted in time. And one more thing pala I forgot to mention, no? Kung nakita nyo yung mga position sa squadron, like so,
While you're doing that, Lieutenant, let me speak again to answer that question.
Okay.
Marami na nag-orient from Olongapo and Zambales, siguro less than 100. But ang nagtuloy ay 4. Sila yung may pending general order. Si Ellen Semanya, nakasama ko sa PTA. Yung anak niya na graduate na Marine Engineering sa Maribeles Academy, na paakit na ulit sa barko bukas. Sayang, hindi niya nakita yung kanyang rank. No? Pero kung tutusin, ensign na yon or lieutenant dahil graduate ng Maritime Academy. Si Engineer Kison na taga Coastal at yung kanyang fiancé. So 4. Maraming nakapending, no, na hindi makatuloy-tuloy dahil sa mga documentary requirements. Ito, frankly speaking, ang challenge sa inyong lahat or sa atin. Kung yung kayo ay recently or talagang nagtago ng mga records nung nagsipag-apply kayo ng trabaho mula CV, resume to diploma, transcript, etc. Lamang na kayo dahil nakakompile yan eh. Hindi yung hahagilapin nyo, hindi kayo magpa-file, hindi yung nabaha. Kasi nandyan yan. Ako basically, sa akin ang file ko, every time ina-update ko, no? Para kung sakaling may nangailangan ng aking profile o ng dossier, nakabind na, ibibigay ko na lang. Diba? So, ganun din sana kayo. Para madali kung nag-apply kayo ng trabaho o nag-join kayo ng ibang organizations or up for promotion, madali nyo nang mahugot. Hindi yung you will spend so much time doing that. Kaya imagine, 4 yung pending, tapos yung mag-amang Anderson, 6, ako pampito. We need about 10 officers and 10 auxiliaries, no, to create a division, and 20 officers and 20 auxiliaries later on to create our own separate squadron. Okay? For now, I am focused as per order of Capitan Ferrer to focus in creating the Division 3 and expand its horizon because of the coastal community support that we need to establish from District 2. Eventually, that will include our very own area in Olongapo and District 1. But for now, this is all the information that I can furnish you. Later on, once you come aboard and become PCGA officers, I will brief you as the reason why as District 2 lang tayo muna mag-ooperate. Okay? Because we do not want to encroach the area or the boundaries set forth by the others, no? Because there is an existing auxiliary also in this area operating, and we do not want to, encroach their area of responsibility, so to speak. So in the name of diplomacy and military protocol, I am basically sticking to the order of our beloved DAS, Captain Birillo Ferrer, as the DAS for the entire 117, to simply recruit, okay, educate, motivate, and deliver our PCGA objectives to our own area of responsibility in District 2, starting in San Antonio to Santa Cruz. That's all for now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Commander Vega. Okay, so going back here to the organization, no? Now, this is the organization of the squadron. Now, this can also be applied to the division. So, yung organization sa division mirrors that of the squadron. So, pagpasok na kayo, you may be appointed to any dispositions in the division level. So, syempre, titignan ng division director nyo saan kayo nababagay. So, be prepared for that now once you're in. Kasi, for your division to be functioning, you have to occupy these positions sa division nyo. Okay. Is there anyone else who would like to ask something?
Let me add again.
Okay.
For all of those who have training from Red Cross, rest assured that you will be under the command of Captain Gerald Anderson Sr., the father of Lieutenant Commander General Anderson Jr., the actor, no? He heads now the Maritime Environmental Protection, and for now, the transition for the Maritime Search and Rescue, MASAR, no? So basically, medical or allied certified trained professionals should be there. That will be headed later on by his son, Lieutenant Ken Anderson, Lieutenant Ken Anderson. So I expect that all those who are Red Cross or those with emergency responders or emergency response training, you will definitely go to that area or to the division because you are already trained, and you will also be trained again in scuba diving whatsoever, or vice versa. You will also be training them. That's why we have already come up with a proposal to solicit support, especially on equipment or safety floating devices for your utilization later on. So I have already made the initial steps to do that, okay, for you. So I'm asking you to speed things up because the moment we execute this, we need the manpower in Division 3 in District 2. Now, for those who are architects, engineers, definitely you will be assigned in logistics, logistical support, okay, because of your, aside from the nature of your business, also the nature of profession in augmenting or designing supplemental or augmentation in the maritime search and rescue, okay. Aside from that, all levels, there will be community relations. If you're graduates of non-engineering or I would say mass communication, or I would say any other course, okay, that will relate to your college degree, okay. And if you're a lawyer, definitely there will also be legal on the other side, like our very own Captain Ferrer is a barangay captain in UP Village and also a lawyer. And he is the legal of PCGA in the entire Philippines, by the way. So we have good members or officers, and we have a good powerhouse auxiliary squadron. In other words, that will definitely spearhead the campaign. Again, in our area, please take note, Zambales is about 300 nautical miles away from the West Philippine Sea or the Masinloc Baja, diba? Shoal. So, but again, as Lieutenant Ron said, we will not engage into that later on. Maybe if we have additional training, maybe. But for now, it's more of humanitarian efforts and advocacy, and including environmental protection. Okay, that's all. Again, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay, nabawasan na. So, 5 na lang kayo natira dito.
Hindi, yung iba naglolobat na daw. Nagtitext sa akin si Pauline. Siya yung organizer.
Okay. Any more questions dito? Anything else? Na hindi ko kinover? Yes, Paolo? Go ahead.
Yes. On the sector of the youth, paano po kapag mayroong mga na-recruit na mga college students?
Okay, and then?
Kanino po i-refer?
Sorry. Hindi ko naintindihan. Medyo choppy boses mo. Hindi ka na naintindihan.
Okay, sorry. Isa pa po. Paano po kapag mayroong mga interested pang sumali, if ever?
Okay. Actually, pwede. Yes, you can join. Kaya nga, di ba, as I mentioned earlier, you have to be of legal age. Yung yung age of consent. That means you can volunteer na hindi nyo kailangan mag-follow sa magulang ninyo kasi we're all volunteers here.
Yes po. Pero kanino po i-refer yung pong iba na gustong sumama?
Refer. Dito. Same thing. Just like mga regular din, you have to find a squadron who will accommodate you. Like this, 117 Squadron. That's for one.
Thank you po.
Ayun. Okay. So, basta yun. Anyone, regardless of your age or occupation, you have to find a squadron who will take you. Kasi, if you want to join the PCGA, you must first join a squadron. Join a squadron first. Hindi kayo pwedeng, you cannot join directly to the PCGA. You have to join a squadron. Right? Ganun lagi. So you always start here in the squadron. You start here.
I think the question is kung may papasok pa mga gusto mag-volunteer, pwede bang ilapit na lang namin kay Miss Pauline since she's the coordinator para mailapit niya po kay Sir Ike.
Okay, actually you can if you can coordinate with Commander Vega directly also. No? Sa kanya. Pwede. Yeah. Okay, pero yan, Miss Pauline. Pero mas maganda, coordinate. Kasi si Commander Vega kasi nandyan. So, is the best point person or contact person to approach there in Zambales. Okay. Any other questions or anything else that I did not cover? Anything else?
I'm good.
Okay, wala nang iba? Any other questions?
Additional, no? Lahat naman kayo na nag-join dito, inad na ni Pauline sa group chat ng 117 Division 3. So feel free to post your questions. You can PM me, or if you want others to read your question or including the answers, you may do so in the group chat. Please check yung invitation sa inyo ng group chat. Inad kay ni Pauline doon sa 117 Division 3. And if you want others to be added, you may also do that. You just add them yourselves. No?
Sir Aaron.
Yes.
Yeah, do we have to type our names pa that we are attendees here or no need?
Yung list of participants andito, no? Nandito yung list of participants.
Guys, I suggest, Lieutenant, let them type it kasi yung iba, gagaya to si Madam Labatan, 3 na yata sila dyan eh, dahil nag-down yung mga system nila. Para malaman mo na kahit na isa yung name, multiple audience sila.
Okay.
No?
Okay. Sige, pwede.
Again, mga kababayan ko, ang personal na apela ko sa inyo is kung nakagawa niyong tumulong sa Red Cross dahil sa inyong paniniwala sa ating mahal na chairman ng Red Cross o kababayan na si Senador or Vice Admiral Dick Gordon, or sa paniniwalang makatulong sa sambayanan, ganon din sana ma-extend nyo yung tulong sa ating ibang kababayan, lalo na sa mga talagang nangangailangan mag-join kayo ng PCGA.
LYN. Leonen. Leonen.
Okay. Alright, may tanong pa ba kayo? Is there anything else na gusto yung erase? Wala na?
Wala na po.
Okay, so at this point, okay. Captain Ferrer, Sir, Das, andiyan po kayo? Okay, sir. So I will now turn over the floor to our Squadron Director for a few words. So ito yung ating Squadron Director, Captain Virgilio Ferrer. Okay, sir?
Good afternoon. Morning. Morning ko pala. Okay, loud and clear? Malinaw ba? Malinaw?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for attending our orientation. I'm Captain Virgilio Ferrer II, PCGA. I'm also a lawyer by profession and a public servant. I'm also involved with the Philippine National Red Cross here in Quezon City. So we are doing some yung mga blood donation, tapos mga disaster relief and rehabilitation. So same lang naman po tayo, no? I think ilan bang nasa Red Cross ngayon dito? Lahat ba na nasa naka-attend ngayon dito are with the Philippine National Red Cross? Iba Zambales chapter ba? Commander Vega?
Olonga po Zambales chapter ang nandito. Mga halo-halo na sila mga kababayan ko as far as Zambales from Olonga po also.
So volunteers lahat?
Yes. Yung iba mga former employees, yung iba mga volunteers, no?
So anong mga pinagkakabalan? For example, si Mark, Anthony, Jose.
Sir, I'm working for a call center for 10 years.
Call center? Okay. So, tatawag yan. But you are also with the Philippine National Red Cross or no?
No, sir. I was a volunteer before, kaya lang I stopped when I worked in Manila po.
Call center. Ano yung mga accounts na hinawakan ninyo?
Usually po telco accounts and tourism. Mostly tourism.
Okay, good. So yung tourism can qualify or merge or probably be a subject of interest, no. Si Miss Janet and Laban and Jeneline Leonen, anong mga pinagkakabalahan? Audio. Wala pa rin. Ayan, audio. Okay, good.
For now po, unemployed ako kasi nagbawas po talaga ng tao sa resto. Kaya stay muna sa bahay.
Okay, sige. Maganda yan, unemployed. Maraming pwedeng gawin. Negosyo tayo. So yung mga kasama mong iba dyan?
Promote the negosyo. Business. OFW po from Abu Dhabi, 9 years. Na-lockdown dito. I was the operation manager in an Italian restaurant in Abu Dhabi. Actually, the whole UAE. I went there every weekends to check the branches.
Wow. Okay. So, pagkain ha?
Good.
Balita ko, Abu Dhabi, iba pa yung sa Dubai.
7 Emirates po yan. Abu Dhabi, Sharjah, Dubai.
Sa Abu Dhabi, may mga maraming OFWs din na Pinoy?
Yes po. Everywhere in Middle East, marami naman. Galing din ako ng kasi from Qatar, nag-cross ako ng UAE po. 4 years in Qatar and then 5 years ako sa Abu Dhabi.
So marami ka ng mga napundar dyan ng mga real estate sa Olonga po Zambales. Sino na sa likod mo?
Pauline. The organizer po ng mga
Pauline. Hi, Pauline.
From Red Cross.
Thank you for for doing this effort Marami tayong pwedeng gawin para sa Zambales, Olonga po. Maski na yung tulong-tulungan lang naman tayo diyan ang importante is in terms of how we can do some resource mobilization, at the same time educate our constituents with regards to the Philippine Coast Guard, yung ating advocacy. Ang PCGA meron ding medal yan na tinatawag. Yung isang medal yan is Red Cross medal. Pagka nag-organize ng mga bloodletting activities, may medal yan na nilalagay sa isa sa mga medals yan na for the officers Anyways, si Paulo, kano ni Anjanette Ambayari to?
Kita po. Sa Lumban na po.
Red Cross din?
Hindi po. Youth sector po. Organizer po from Manila pero nasa Olonga po naka-base ngayon. Working din po with Attorney Kalinisan sa Pleb Quezon City po.
Kalinisan o Kalingasan?
Kalinisan po. Rafi Kalinisan.
Rafi Kalinisan. Okay. Sige. Okay, good. At least, I think I heard his name. Quezon City IDP So good. Anyways, youth sector, meron naman po tayong tinatawag natin Sea Scouts na ino-organize sa mga high schools. Tapos meron naman po tayong NSTP. NSTP for the college. So, kumbaga kapalit ng ROTC yan. So, we can coordinate with the different schools.
Pwede pong coordinate yun, Captain, sa school po?
Yes.
Imbis po na LTS yung gamitin sa NSTP, yung pong PCGA?
Yes, Coast Guard. Yes. Okay. That's allowed by law. So, ang mangyayari, wala na yung ibang, basta kompleto na yung curriculum niyan. So, MOA lang tayo, then we can handle them. Tapos we can arrange some funding whatsoever, and the school can fund the training and will fund the training kasi NSTP yan may budget plan sila para dyan.
Para po may open po sa student affairs po ng school.
Yeah, sure. Anong school yan?
Lumban po. Ang mga schools po, pwede pong i-open namin ni...
Lahat ng kahit na anong eskwelahan. Mag-MOA tayo.
Sige po.
So,
sabihin nila po namin kay Ate Pauline po.
Sige, tapos kayo na ang niyan. Kayo na ang magiging training officers dyan. Yung Red Cross naman, kung iba-ibang mga schools sa Olonga po, and Zambales, at member naman natin ng Red Cross, ang mga Red Crossers natin ay naging ano na ng PCGA, then as PCGA na mag-handle ng NSTP, 2 birds with 1 stone. Di ba? Pwede kang mag-bloodletting dyan, pwede mong gamitin yung basic life support, pwede tayong mag-disaster risk reduction management training. So, opportunity na rin yan. Pwede nga rin yung maging source of employment eh. Yun yun. So, ayun. Si Miss Aleta Echavarria.
GPTA officers lang po ako ng school namin.
Okay. GPTA officer ng school.
Kasamahan ko si Commander Ike Vega before sa Olongapo.
So yan. So once you become an officer, we can handle the training of the students, no, sa youth development program. So yan, pwede po kayo dyan. Makakatulong po kayo dyan. Si Ma'am Alisa Bialin.
Yes po.
Ano po pinagkakabalaan niyo po?
Ngayon po unemployed ako kasi po nagbawas po ng tao dun sa laboratory na pinapasukan ko.
Okay. So yan. Pwede rin tayong magkaroon ng konting pagka naayos natin yung mga NSTP, yan, pwede naman kayo i-hire yung services, no, through PCGA. School lang magbabayad yan sa training. Pwede ganun. We can do some arrangement like that, especially kung ano naman kayo, may training naman tayo. Anyway, makakatuwang natin sa mga trainings dyan will be the Philippine Coast Guard mismo. Philippine Coast Guard. Sila mismo tutulong sa atin, bibigyan tayo ng training on basic life support. Pwede tayo makipag-coordinate with Red Cross, etc. So, malawak ang opportunities when you are in the PCGA. Of course, number 1 is service. No? Number 2 is in terms of professional development. Number 3 is, which is primarily support for the Philippine Coast Guard. Tulad na nabanggit kanina, there are 4 functional areas. You have the maritime environmental protection, maritime safety, maritime search and rescue, maritime community relations. Okay, so may mga provisions ng kabatay dagat, etc. etc. So ginagawa naman po natin ito basically para matulungan po natin ang ating mga kababayan. Paglilingkod natin para sa Diyos, paglilingkod natin po para sa ating bansa. Sa Diyos, syempre, Sunday ngayon, at least paalala sa atin na yung ating ginagawa ay para rin sa Panginoon, sapagkat nung ano yung ginagawa natin sa ating mga maliliit na mga kababayan ay ginawa na rin po natin para sa ating Panginoon. So, magtulungan po tayo at sana po asikasuhin po ninyo yung inyong mga requirements. Magkaroon na po tayo ng bagong leadership. Pagdating po ng April, sana magsama-sama po tayo. Maganda kung meron tayong solid na 20 na ready na yung mga documents para sa orientation para by June or July, mga officers na po kayo. So prepare niyo po yung mga requirements niyo, OTR, transcriptable records niyo, NBI, yung inyong police clearance, yung mga importante po na yan, yung inyong mga businesses, licenses, para po mas maganda po yung rango na may bibigay po sa atin kasi depende po yan sa ating professional standing at saka sa ating educational status. So yun lang po. Sana po magkita-kita po tayo sa madaling panahon at asikasuhin po ninyo yung inyong mga requirements. I suggest by next week ay magkaroon uli ng orientation at kung sino-sino yung mga kasamahan po ninyo na gusto nyong makatuwang dito sa serbisyo, ay mahirap naman kung kayo lang. Sana naman magsama pa kayo ng iba na mas makakatulong para po paitaguyod po natin ang ating samahan. Meron pong batas na isinusulong, Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary Bill, sa pamamagitan po ni Congresswoman Cheryl Deloso Matalia, kasama po ni Lieutenant Commander Vega na nagpupush po niyan, kasama rin po natin, at ang 117 po ang nangunguna dyan. At sana meron po tayong, magkaroon po tayo ng hearing sa Wednesday, no, sa Congress, para po dito, maipagmamalaki po natin yan bilang isang squadron. At galing pa sa Zambales, no, ang Congresswoman na magtataguyod yan. So, tulad ng binanggit din kanina, Vice Admiral Gordon, talagang nagpupush din siya na maisakatuparan itong Coast Guard na ito sa buong Pilipinas. So, malayo pa ang ating pararating at marami pa tayong matutulungan. So maraming salamat po, pagpalain tayo ng Panginoon.
Okay, thank you, Das. Okay, so, and there you have it, no, sa, coming from our squadron director. So, marami tayong pinaplano, marami pa tayong binabalak, no, kaya, kayo, consider yourselves lucky, no, and, dito, remember na, kayo, no, as incoming members of PCGA or 117 Squadron, we expect you to, help bring, help, kasi, yung achievements ng squadron, will be the achievements of the PCGA in general. So, makaka-contribute kayo. Kaya, huwag niyo isipin na ang mga contribution niyo ay napaka-insignificant kasi maliit lang. So, your small contribution will matter a lot. So, we really need your help. Kaya nga, di ba, you have to be willing to volunteer your time, talent, treasure because they can go a long way. Okay, with that, we'll be concluding this orientation. Now, after I close this orientation, bibigyan ko kayo ng kopya ng recording through YouTube. Ngayon, ito lang, no, one reminder lang. Ang bibigyan, so, I'll share this orientation sa yung video, no? Ang bibigyan lang ng certificate ay mga umattend lang dito. So, yung mga hindi umattend, I'm sorry to say, they need to attend yung next orientation. So, just because nakita lang yung itong video, exempted, so walang exemptions. Ang magkaka-certificate lang ay mga umattend ng session na to. So, ayaw pa, naintindihan nyo at paliwanag to. Okay? All right. With that, thank you very much and good morning to everyone. Have a nice weekend. Thank you very much. Thank you po. Okay. We're closing in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Thank you very much. Sasara na
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Okay.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Thank
Okay.
you.
Close ko na to. Goodbye. Oops.
Okay.